It's no doubt that the Skibidi Multiverse had some very incredible episodes throughout the series, and with those episodes came epic moments. For example, in the battle between the Counter and the Titans in episode 30, who do you think was the MVP? Yeah, you may be thinking the Clock Titan, right? But in this scenario, we're going to be more strict and rigorously analyze the episodes to see if any other characters did something extraordinary or went way past their potential. Obviously, if we are not strictly analyzing, the Clock Titan would surely become the MVP for almost all the episodes. So, defeating the main villain can't give you the MVP if you're multiple times stronger. But when you exceed your potential and have a significant effect on the story, that can earn you the MVP. With that said, let's spin the wheel, and whichever episode the wheel chooses, we'll get to decide the MVP. So, let's go. The wheel spins, and we have episode 40. Yeah, we're already in for a great start. This episode is undoubtedly one of the most massive episodes in the multiverse. In this episode, we started off with a great battle between the Titans and the Skibidis. We saw the TV Titan going all out, destroying any mutant in his path. Also, the Pencil Woman was seen charging at the mutants and destroying them instantly. Even when the Drill Titan shot an intense fire blast at her, she was able to nullify the attack with a shield. Although it seemed like it took a toll on her, she was still able to tank the attack successfully. Another important thing to note is that when the head of the mutants tried to attack the TV Titan with machine guns, the Camera Titan came into the battlefield in his rage mode. Yeah, he was able to defeat this mutant effortlessly. Also, the speaker helped to support the battle. It was a team effort in an attempt to defeat the Skibidis. So, obviously, it won't be easy to choose the MVP of this episode. I mean, the Clock Titan also appeared and helped tame the Drill Titan, bringing everyone back to the same page and ensuring all the Titans worked together. It's a tough call, but I think the MVP here would potentially go to two candidates, the Clock Titan and the TV Titan. Yeah, the Clock Titan showed massive traits of leadership and strength, which could give him the MVP. But take a look at the TV Titan. The way he's fighting the mutants fiercely shows he's no joke at all. I mean, he even tried to shield the Pencil Woman from another attack from the Drill Titan. Yeah, but don't call it simping. Bro's literally a Chad sometimes. But seriously, the MVP would go to either one, but I'll lean more towards the TV Titan. Yeah, so the TV Titan can take this one. However, let's spin the wheel to see what we have next. Well, we have episode 33. This one is very interesting. In this episode, the three Titans just arrived at a certain location on their way to the Skibidis base, not knowing they landed in a trap. The Skibidis had plotted to buy some more time for the G-Man apocalypse. After the intense battle between the Titans and the three mutants, Skullastro was also there to stall them a little. Then, something happened. Multiple missiles were launched. The Titans thought about what they could possibly do. It took courage for the Clock Titan to sacrifice himself, becoming immobilized so the other Titans could move on to the Skibidis base. Another thing to note is that the Camera Titan was at least able to hold his own against Skullastro, which I think is very commendable, but not enough. I think the MVP award for this episode goes to the Clock Titan because he sacrificed himself for the sake of the Alliance, not knowing when it would be over. Nothing done in the entire episode could surpass the ultimate sacrifice of the Clock Titan. So, the Clock Titan takes this one. Now, let's spin the wheel for the next one. We have episode 35. In this episode, we saw the minions attacking the Camera Titan, and he managed to clear the first wave. The Clock Titan was still immobilized, so he couldn't do anything from that range. The Camera Titan got ambushed by large numbers of minions, and with their sheer numbers, they were able to bring him down and inflict massive damage. But just then, the Speaker Titan entered the battlefield and was able to bully all the mutants, destroying all of them and saving the day. Well, I guess everything went well for the Speaker Titan in that episode. Yeah, he was able to show off how cool he really was. So, it's fitting if we give him the MVP. We'll pick the Speaker Titan. What do we have next? Yeah, episode 6. Wow, let's see how it goes. In this episode, the Clock Titan is seen battling the Magnet Mutant, and then the infected Camera Titan came in with immense pressure. Even when the Clock Titan tried to stop the Camera Titan in time, he didn't succeed, not knowing this was actually the Skibidis' plan to defeat him. Even when he attempted to disinfect the Camera Titan, he ended up killing him. He instantly felt remorse and reversed time to bring him back. This gave the Skibidis the edge, and they were able to hold the Clock Titan in place place for the Camera Titan to land the final blow, ultimately capturing the Clock Titan. For the MVP of this episode, it'll be fitting for the Titan who brought down the Clock Titan. Yes, the Camera Titan would take the MVP award for this episode. However, let's spin the wheel to find out what's next. Okay, we have episode 29. This actually started off cool, but at the end, a great battle spiced everything up. Obviously, there were parts, but we're going to take all the parts into consideration. There was an extra scene at the beginning with the small face-off between the future Clockman and the YouTubers, which didn't go too well for the future Clockman. Afterwards, we saw the Skibidi scientist in battle with the Camera Titan. The Camera Titan was at least able to hold his own until the TV Titan came to help. While the battle was going on, Alpha came in, yapped a little, then summoned the Counter Titan. This is where things got hard for the Titans as the battle raged on. The Titans fought all they could, but the Counter Titan was formidable enough to hold down the two Titans and almost killed the TV Titan. As far as this episode is concerned, the Counter Titan would definitely take the MVP award. Yeah, taking down two Titans is no mere feat, right? But let's look at what's next on the wheel. We have episode 21. This episode took place right after the large Clockman got injured from using his powers. We got an emergency message that they had found one of the Skibidi bases and we were about to attack the Skibidis, but instead they launched an attack on the Alliance. The Drill Titan was able to hold his own against multiple mutants, destroying and tearing them to pieces. While in the battle, the Skibidis fired a heavy bombshell at the Drill Titan, but the Camera Titan shielded him from the attack, and they both stayed to clear all the Skibidi mutants. For this episode, let's give it to the Drill Titan based on the number of kills. He cleared many of the Skibidi mutants. However, let's spin the wheel to find out what's next. Yeah, episode 19. First, we saw the battle between the Speaker Titan and the mutants, and he was able to bully them, destroying them all. Then, the Camera Titan came in, and we had a duo against Pennywise and the Scientist. The battle was very epic. The Titans fought well like a team. The Camera Titan was able to defeat Pennywise by roasting him with his core blast. Not only that, his blast also destroyed the Scientist, who had to retreat, or he would have been cooked too. So, for this episode, the MVP award goes to the Camera Titan. Yeah, based on his shown feats, he was really formidable in that episode. Next, spinning the wheel again, we have episode 39, one of, if not the longest episode in the multiverse. To make it as interesting as possible, we are going to pick out the important scenes and the candidates for the MVP award. The first is the Speaker Titan. Well, in this episode, the significant thing he did was to aid in the battle between the Zero-Two, where he was able to defeat him with his sound waves. Yeah, but in a while, we'll find out if he qualifies for the award or not. Now let's move on to the next candidate, the Drill Titan with his true form transformation. Yeah, we all saw how formidable the Drill Titan became after this transformation and how he was able to bully the Zero-One mutant. Another candidate is the Zero-One mutant. Despite being bullied, he still held his ground for a long time before he was eventually destroyed. He was formidable too. But another interesting character was the Commander, the man who had the guts to stand up against the Clock Titan. Does he qualify? Well, despite all the feats I've mentioned so far, one stands out more. There was a particular character who did something in this episode that was just incredible. In the battle between the Alliance Special Agents and the Zeros, after the battle escalated and C-Pen decided to destroy them all, the Clockwoman used her time gun to pause the explosion to buy some time for the Alliance members to escape. Then the explosion kicked in and the whole building started collapsing. But William and Billy were still in the building. Here's where it gets interesting. Billy was injured but could still move, but William's case was different. Based on the damage he got from the assassin Drillman, William urged Billy to leave him, saying he was already done for, but Billy refused. He stood by his friend and said they would go through it together. This shows incredible courage and strong friendship. For Billy to stand by his friend even in the toughest situations, I think it's only fitting to give him the MVP of the entire episode. So there you have it, all the MVPs of the episodes in the Skibidi Multiverse. If you want more of these videos, drop a like and subscribe. I may even do a part 2 with more episodes. However, check out this video where I create the strongest race in the Skibidi Multiverse. Unique Clockman out!